The iPhone SE2,
or iPhone 9.
right, hasn't even launched, and I think it's gonna fall short.
Yeah, but not in like a good way where it's going to be like really small.
No, we want it to be short, so it's gonna fall short because it's not short enough.
We'll explain. So basically, we both have done videos about the rumored iPhone 9 or SE2, and feedback I get a lot is the fact that people, while they like the idea of a $399 iPhone, they really want that iPhone to be small. And I'm not talking about iPhone 8 small, they want it to be like iPhone SE/iPhone 5 small.
And let's clarify, by people, I'm one of them.
Me too.
Right?
Me too, but I think for different reasons though,
Yeah.
right?
Can I just vent?
Please,
here?
that's why I think we set the camera up. So.
All right, so this is the iPhone 8. It already was big for me. It had that 4.7-inch screen. And I held on to my iPhone 7, I think it was, up until this year. I'm not proud to admit it, particularly because we work at CNET and I held on to an old phone for that long, only because it's so light and small.
Why is a small phone appealing to you?
Two big reasons: reachability, which we will talk about, and portability, because I, as a woman, don't have a pocket large enough for this phone. Sometimes I don't have a pocket.
That barely fits like him in my pocket.
Seriously.
Like, it's just, and yeah,
That's an S20
That's
Ultra,
an
by the
S20
way. It's just
Ultra.
for.
Yeah, or if
prove our point.
it's like those plates in the road when they have a hole and they put this big steel plate. They use these now. They're more affordable, so.
And this is just a phone in and of itself. But anyway, that's besides the point. You may argue, or people on YouTube may say, well, you have a purse, you're a woman. Yeah, I have a purse, Patrick, but it's not always on me, and
Never said that.
I don't want to carry it all the time. So I feel like this was the optimum size to carry around women's pockets, and or when we didn't have pockets, other places. Like, you know, when you go on a jog as a woman, you have, you know, like a fanny pack type thing, or you would just stick it in your sports bra. That's what I would do. I'm certainly not going to do that with that phone.
Yeah, I wouldn't stick that in my bra either. So. But okay, I think this is, so I think, part of it is the physical size of the phone.
Yeah.
I agree with that a lot, but I also think it's the second part where you talked about, which is reachability,
Right.
Which is a software thing. Yeah, now is there reachability on the iPhone? Yes, there is, and you can tap it into the, but it's annoying.
Do we want to use it? No.
Yeah, because you're constantly having, like, if I have to tap a button, I have to reachable, tap, then reachable and tap, and it's a horrible thing. This is where actually this company here, I believe they're called Samsung, I think gets things really right with One UI 2, where they basically brought the stuff that's at the top to the bottom, and they simplified their interface. It's not perfect. It is not perfect, but if Apple took like a One UI 2 with iOS 14, I would be so happy if they brought some of the controls down. So whether I'm using a giant iPhone, a regular size iPhone, or hopefully this size iPhone SE2, it would all be usable with one hand.
Even if they were to make, and this is our dream phone, we've talked about this, if they were to make this an all-screen design, because they could actually fit this phone into this phone, this screen into this phone, if they just got rid of the home button but put Face ID instead. But even that, you would still be able to reach it with one hand. And I'd want that more than having to do just another step for the reachability, even with the One UI.
No, I'm with you. I think it's a little bit of both, right? To be honest, I think iOS is in dear need of rearranging to make it a little easier to use one-handed, to move your apps so they don't always go to the top, that you can put them wherever you want on the screen. Just things like that, little things that would go a long way to make it more usable, bigger phones and smaller phones. But yeah, there is just something poetic about this size. Now, obviously, the big thing this year has been foldable phones. So this is the Galaxy Z Flip, which is pretty small compared to the iPhone SE. And then it folds out to a phone about the same size, actually the same exact size as the Galaxy S20 Ultra. And I was excited about this because, again, it has that pocketable form factor. But once it's open, again, you still have the same problems with getting to the top of the screen and keeping your hands there.
Unless you like fold it halfway.
Just constantly use it like this,
exactly.
Hello, I'm calling to order a pizza, please. Actually, who calls to order a pizza?
I mean, you can look. I can reach to the top of the screen. I just fold it a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Rumor has it, the iPhone SE2, you're about to say what you.
No, I was gonna say or 9, whatever. Yeah.
It's gonna be a 9 because it's not gonna follow the SE form factor. It's gonna follow the 8 form factor, therefore making it a
9.
Good job.
Yeah, I can count. No, but so you have the iPhone 9, which would be in the body or something similar to the size of the iPhone 8, and you don't like that.
No, I mean make it a true SE2, right? Make it exactly what we've been talking about. I still think this was the optimum size, and I think Steve Jobs would agree with me, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to speak for Steve Jobs, but I do think they were onto something with these size phones early on.
And the design, right?
But it doesn't mean that Apple has to get rid of the big phones. It's just adding this back in the lineup, which I am pro. Now, what will happen if Apple does release the SE2 or iPhone 9, and it's not this size, but it is that size? Do you think you'd even get one? Because that's closer to an iPhone 7 than an iPhone 10 or iPhone.
Yeah, look at that.
iPhone 11 Pro.
They're about the same size, except this one's lighter. I mean, I held on to mine for the thinness. This is the iPhone 11 Pro.
Yeah.
So I don't think so, but rumor has it the 11 Pro or the 12 Pro is going to be now 5.4 inches. So it's going to be smaller. Anyway, we're making this way more complicated than it should be. I think it's a huge missed opportunity, a big chunk of the market that wants a smaller phone, and they're not going to do it.
Well, we don't know that. And these are all rumors and stuff. But
True.
Vanessa, what if, as rumored, they made an iPhone 8 body, but what if they squared it off more like an iPhone SE? They're able to fill the entire front with a display. Would that interest you at all?
That would likely be an iPhone 12 Pro or the rumored iPhone 12 Pro. And yeah, definitely that would interest me, especially because they're saying that it's going to be smaller. It's going to have a 5.4 inch screen, so smaller than, oh God, I already lost track, than this one. So yeah,
5.8.
That would definitely interest me, except it's going to be wildly expensive, and that does not interest me, but what are you going to do?
Okay, so if they were able to make an iPhone SE 2 or 9, how much would you pay for this?
We're talking about this size?
This size, it's your dream phone. They may even put a second camera on it for you, Vanessa. They're like, we want to make Vanessa happy.
Oh yeah, I would pay the $999.
I have to agree with you, but I'm going to price this right. You say I'd pay $1,000 for a phone this size.
Patrick.
Because for me, I feel like they still need a budget iPhone, and maybe that's a rebranded iPhone 8, but they also need a small premium iPhone. Hey, but we want to hear from you guys. Would you be willing to get an iPhone SE2 or iPhone 9 if it's the size of an iPhone 8? Or would you be willing to pay $999 for something that is this small?
With premium features, though.
With premium features. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments.
Or maybe that's why there's an Apple